Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to welcome you back to my YouTube channel. So let's quickly look at this grade 11. So one of you guys sent this problem to me. So at last I managed to get time to look at it. Let's quickly look at it together. So this is isometric grade 11 isometric drawing. So under the topic of isometric drawing, so we hardly use this type of SS square, the 45 degrees. So we don't use it. In this topic, we don't use this 45, this particular SS square, put it away. As if you never use it again. So the one that we are using is this one. So the 60 and 30 degrees. So we always use this one for this particular topic. Okay. So I believe the scale was 1:1. So if you are sending us pictures, guys, try to send us clear pictures, and I would prefer you scan it. You send it to me as PDF, so that I'll easily print it. I see this was just a photo, you understand? So however, that particular guy, it didn't took the whole question, you understand? So but I'll assume the scale was 1:1, and if the views are given like this, we'll know that, which means this is in third angle orthographic projection. Remember, we've got first angle and third angle orthographic projection. So if the views are being arranged like this, so we'll know that, which means these two views are given in what? In third angle orthographic projection. Our first quadrant, projectional line, second is the top, third quadrant is the front, fourth quadrant is the right view. So which means this was given according to first angle orthographic projection. So you know the procedure when you start to draw on this particular topic. I always advise students or learners to start their work a little bit down, because what we're about to draw is going to go up, you understand? So our starting point, I'm just going to draw horizontal constructional line like this. I hope you can see it, and then from there I'll then just have a perpendicular one against it, you understand? So where they're perpendicular to each other, I'll then after that, where these lines of mine are perpendicular to each other, they're gonna give me a point. Then I can draw this line, you know this line, and at an angle of 30 anti-clockwise as well. Okay, so after that, bring back my question. Let's do it faster. Okay, this is what we have, isn't it? So then I'll look to say this is front, this is right. This is front, this is right. Okay, if this is front, this is right, which means I must try by all means to get the shape of this. What I see, this shape, what I see is supposed to be correlated this side, which is what? Which is my front view. Which is my front view. So the name of this view you are saying is what? Is a right view. So the shape of this side has to be correlated this side. So which means all right, this is front view. All the dimension that I'm gonna record on my right view has to be correlated this side. All the dimension that I'm gonna deal or record right from my front view has to be correlated with this side. You understand? So for instance, what I'm gonna do, I'll start right from point S. So somebody, I remember somebody in my class was saying we are having three S points. No, this S is still the same as that one, still the same as that one. So we are having one point S, which is supposed to be your lowest point. Point S is your lowest point. Okay, so from S, I'm recording it from where? From my front view, isn't it? From S coming this side is how much? Is 75 millimeter, isn't it? So I'll just record the 75 millimeter. This is 75, which is this one. From here till here, I have to be careful. So from here till here is 75. So what is the half of 75? So 75 divided by 2, not divide by 3, divide by 2. Why? Because of there is a center there. There is a center that is is between that 75, which is dividing everything, isn't it? So it's how much is 37.5. 37.5, 35, 36, 36, 37.5, which is between 37 and 35. Okay, so from there, you can just have a vertical constructional line faint and have this center line just a little bit like this. Then from there, I correlated this 75 way on my front view. Why? Because I recorded right from the what? From the front view. From S to this point is 75 millimeter. From S to what's your right hand side, which I'm now recording it from my right view, is how much? Is still the 75, isn't it? So since it's still the same 75, I can just use my divider, place it at S, further extend it to the center, like this. Then from there, I come and mark here. There's the half. Then from S to the 75 again. Then I come and mark there. Then from there, I'm having the center. Just that one. And 75. Okay, then from there, what is going to happen now? What is going to happen now? I can also have it solid from here till here, as much as we are told that is solid. Who's telling you that is your base? Look at the base of your front view from here till is solid. Confirm that with your right view from here till is still the same what? Solid. So that is why without your favor, we can draw it solid here. Okay, so now we are going to correlate the height now. So from here till here is 75. Remember, the front view as well as the right view, they will always share the same what? Same height. Same height. So from here till here is the same height. You understand? So now I will record the height. So in general, from here till here, the height, the length is 75. The width or breadth is 75. The height is 75. You see, like as I was saying, that the height of your front and the right, they will always share the same height. Okay, so it's the same, my guy. So I can simply just place it here to, this is 75, isn't it? Then I just come and mark somewhere there. So where I've just marked, if your line is behaving like this one of mine, it's a little bit short, just extend it and come back and get to the exact point, my guy. This is it. So there is my 75. But then this line, this one is supposed to draw it faint, not that one. Because double check what is happening there. So what is the meaning of that? Why are you having this one solid? Ask yourself that. And again, from here till here, we are still having it solid. And what else is still having a sharp corner there? And double check what you see on your front, corresponding it with what you see on your right, as well as your top. Should you be given the three views, the complete, because if they are complete, there are three. If you are given the three views, your work is supposed to be simple, straightforward, because of they've given you everything there. You understand? Okay, so now confirm to say from here till is 15 millimeter, and I'm still having this line dark. Okay, there's 15 millimeter, even on my right view, still the same, still the same. Okay, I confirm that with what I see on the top side. Should I come and take a look on my top view, I'll still see a solid line. So which means it's going to be something of what? I'll just pretend as if it's now a box. How this from here, just have a constructional line and have another one this side. So from here till here I can erase. Remember that these lines that I'm drawing now, they are faint. They are faint, not yet solid. We draw them dark. So I can erase here. So I can come and get this one nicely here. Okay, so I can have this one faint and have this one faint. So you see how slow I am. I'm trying by all means to be slow so that we don't leave anybody behind. So what I've just did now is good as if I was just drawing a box of 75. You understand? So the square box, the properties of the square, all the sides are equal. So the square box of 75, isn't it? So now, if from here till 75, so I'm told, isn't it? I said from S to 75. So where your 75 ends, go back down towards your point S with what? With 15 millimeter. Understand? So that 15 millimeter, I can even use this one. There is my 15 millimeter, isn't it? So from here going vertically down is my 15 millimeter, isn't it? This is 15 millimeter. And then on my right view, as well as my front view, from here till is 15 millimeter. So which means, should I come and trace the same vertical going down 15 millimeter, it's already tolerated there by our right view. If I'm saying front till here, which means it's still the same what? 15, which means they even double gave us dimension. They were not supposed to give us, but however, it's still one and the same thing. So if I'm taking a closer look, even on my right view, I still see the same 15 millimeter, isn't it? So which means I can also say from here till here, 15 millimeter. Double check it as well, corresponding in your right view from the very same point, 15 millimeter. So I'll do the same thing, my guy. So 15 millimeter. You understand? So which means from here till here 15, from here till here 15, from here till here 15. So which means I can now have this one solid. From here till here solid. And from here till here solid. From here till here solid. You understand? So which means I can erase here. So but if you drew it faint enough, you cannot erase. Faint enough, you cannot erase. This is it. This is it. So far the lines that I drew dark is the base, and this one and that one. Okay, so from here till here is dark. Is what is it dark? Okay. After that, that is going to help him. So I've already solved this one. So from here till here in my front view, I see this one is solid from here till there. So which means without fear or favor, I can have this one solid. My guy, from here till here, I can have solid. And from here till here, I can have solid. A1. So that's how you approach as isometric. Start with what it seems to be obvious, you understand? Because when you have done and you've already completed that particular part, you'll begin to see the light to say, oh yeah, now I'm getting it. Yeah, now I think it's now coming, you understand? So you start with the easier part, the one that you can see, this one indeed is going to come like this. So you just capitalize on such kind of, so even here I'm gonna have it solid, even here solid, even here solid. Okay, so from there, what is going to happen now? I will solve what I see. I'll solve this one. So this one, I will then have to draw an auxiliary view of it, and it's supposed to be fixed way right here. So how? So from here till here is what? Is 10 millimeter. So simply record my 10 millimeter. So from here till right there is my 10 millimeter. Then after that, and then I'll just simply have my constructional line faint like this. Then from there, so they said how much is 40 from here till here is 40, which means from here till here is still 40, which means from here till here is still 40, isn't it? But then we have to draw the auxiliary view of it first. Okay, so how? I'll simply just somewhere here I know that it's gonna fit here. Okay, so after I've drew it like that, let me position the. Okay, so how long is it supposed to be? 40 millimeter. Then from here till here, 40 millimeter. Right. So we know the property. If it's 40, which means again from here till here has to be 40, from here till here has to be 40. And when we correspond this, what is this in your right view? So this one is actually the hidden details, that one. Okay, so I'll simply open my drawing compass to 40 millimeter. Like this, from here till here is 40, right? And then just strike an arc going anti-clockwise, faint, isn't it? You do that one faint, and then come and place it at this point again, and faint. So where they're bisecting each other, that's going to be my point. So which means I can just have this one solid. So I place my drawing compass. Remember, from here till here is 40, isn't it? I place it here, further extend to this point, then I strike this arc. So this arc was going anti-clockwise, isn't it? So then I came and place it here, further extend it to this point. Maybe I can say this is point A, this is A, this is B, then that one is C. So I place it at point, so that I don't say this point, it's better we call them by names. So I place it at B to A, then I strike an arc where they are bisecting each other. This one was going in clockwise direction. So where they are bisecting each other, then we said it's our point C. It's our point C. So from then we are going to take the dimension here, then we put them into our what? Into our isometric block or box. You understand? So it's necessary for you draw it as an auxiliary. So from there you record the dimension, then you put them here. So if now I'm having this, remember in our isometric box we're having a vertical center line, and double check the center line is actually dividing everything into two. You understand? So we have to get the very same what? Vertical center line, which is going to be at point C. You understand? So even though I know that from A to B is 40, you understand? So which means from here A to this point is supposed to be half of 40, which is 20, you understand? So even if you know that, just rely on your auxiliary. So place it at A to center. This is it. Now I can come to my isometric box and place it here and mark here and mark right there. So which means right from our auxiliary, if I have an A, B, C, which means my A is going to be here and my B right here. So now join the line of AB solid. Isn't it? So after this, what I can do, I can just extend this vertical center line of mine up until up there, because I'm still going to need it even up there. Right. So once it gets there, it can come this side, but we'll deal with it when we're now talking about the top view. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do now, simply place my drawing compass at the point B to see right from my auxiliary view, isn't it? from B to C or A to C, still on the same thing. And the best thing is to rely on what? Okay, like as I was saying, we're going to take the dimension from our auxiliary and then we put them here. So double check. We are drawing it this side because of who told us to do so. It's our front view. They said in your front view, this is the shape that you see. In your right view, this is the shape that you see, which is a square, a diagonal square. Okay, so now it's up to Galumuntuga to say whether you place it, but I'll prefer you place it here. Since you're having the vertical center line, you place a drawing compass here to your center. Don't even come to say how long is it supposed to be. Just use your divider or your drawing compass. You can still use the divider if you're absolutely sure that to say the divider will see to say there it's marked. There it is actually marked. You understand? If you're 100% sure to say you are going to see where it is marked, or you can still use the drawing compass so that you get the proper clear mark points. This is it from here to C, which is now remember I place it in the center of AB, which means even in my drawing, I have to place it right there. So from here to right there. So there is going to be my point C. So from there, I can join the B to C, the C back to A. You understand? However, the thickness of it is still going to see it, which means there's something that's supposed to happen there. But we'll deal with that one later. So this approach to draw the what now? What we see on our right view. What we see on our right view, a diagonal square. So which means we have to get its auxiliary as well. Its auxiliary. So I'll just simply extend this vertical center line. It is not necessary that they must be in the very same center. It's not necessary. You can draw it here, you can draw it here, you can draw it. As long as you can see that, okay, my auxiliaries they seems to be all going to fit here. However, it's going to be having enough space for you. So how do you draw the auxiliary across the square? They call it what? A diagonal, not across the square. Because once I say across, I'm now talking about the hexagon across the flat, blah, blah, blah. But in this case, it's what? It's a square, but it's not a normal square, it's a diagonal square. So how do you draw a diagonal square? You use the 45 degrees. How? Like this. This is my 45 degrees. This is my 45 degrees. I'll just simply get a horizontal constructional line here. Just a horizontal constructional line here. Then from there, I can then just have constructional line faint. Constructional line faint. Okay, so they said to draw a square of 20 millimeter. So just take my drawing compass, place it at 0. Where is my 28? Just close it a little bit. This is 30, 29. I'm looking for 28, which is this one, my brother. This one is my 28. Okay, so now I'll come and just place it here. And then mark this side and mark this side. So from here till here, 28, from here till here is 28. You understand? So from there, I can just have this one solid and this one solid again. So if you're accurate enough, this is supposed to be in the very same what? Is a horizontal center line from here till here. Understand? So it's actually not necessary to draw the whole, but if you have in time and space, you can draw the whole. Draw it complete. Draw it complete like this. Okay, this is it. Then after I'm having this one, so I can now take the dimension from here and put them right here. But it brings back your question. So at what height again? At what height again, my brother? So remember that these are dimension of that one, these are dimension of that one. This is the front, this is the right. So this one are the hidden details of what we are drawing. This one are the hidden details of what we've drawn already. So with that, we are told to say from here till there is 10, which is still the same what? 10 millimeters. So come and figure that one out in your what? In your drawing now. So we've already tolerated from here till here is 5, which means I can, it's 10, which means I can just have a constructional line on my what to call on my right view and get the exact point and just extend the vertical center line. Grade 11 engineering graphics and design. Simple, straightforward. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I'll simply use my drawing compass, place my drawing compass at this point from here till here. From here till here. Let me also give the name so that we don't say that point, that point. I'll decide to say this is A, this is point 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, isn't it? So after that, now I'll just place my drawing compass at point 1 to the center, which is this one, to the center, right? Without disturbing my drawing compass, now I come to my drawing, then I place it here, and then I mark the center. So there is the center. I've got through the center. I'll then just have a center line that is going to be like this, just a little bit. Let it not exceed your drawing, but should it exceed, it's still okay. You are not going to get penalized. Okay, so now this is going to be point 1, isn't it? Which one is that? Which point 1 is that? Which is this one, isn't it? Set 1, 2, 3, 4 going anti-clockwise. So in other words, we're already having point 1. So from 1 to center, center to 3 is still the same, isn't it? It's still the same. So which means I can just come to my drawing and be like, okay, A to center, center to 3. Which means that's point 3, not 5. This is 3, not 5. Okay, so gonna capitalize on our center again. Place it at your center. Further extend it to 2 or 4, which is the same. Just a little bit. So remember, we have our center, isn't it? So place it here. So this side is going to be a point 4. This side is going to be a point 2. You see how slowly I am. I'm trying to be very slow so that we don't leave anybody behind, isn't it? So we have 1 and a 2 here, a 3 already there, and a 4 there. So what I can do now, just take my 30mm ruler and join my points. So I'm going to join point 2 with 1, point 3 with 4, 4, back to point 1, 2 with 3. You understand? So I believe we're still going to see the thickness inside there, but then we are going to deal with that one later. So now let's deal with the real anacondas. The real anacondas, my brother. So okay, so what is happening now? So we've dealt with this, we just solved this one now. So what is happening then? So ask yourself to say, what is this in my, remember this is your right, what is this in my front view? And corresponding this with your other view, which is your top view. what is this? This is the flat hexagon, isn't it? Where is this one in my front view? And where is this one in my top view? So when you're analyzing that, because I used to get question to say, hey, say, I don't understand how do you analyze the views. So you analyze them like this. You can even analyze them like this, my guy. So this one tallies with what? With this. So which means this is that. And this is its right view, which means this is the front. If we were to take a closer look at this front on this direction, you see where I'm pointing, on this direction, you're going to see something of this nature. So this is actually one thing, even though it's scattered into three views. It's actually one object. This is its front view. Should you come and take a closer look on this direction, on your right hand side, you are going to see something of this nature. And come and take a closer look on its top part, you are going to see this. How to get? So it is actually one thing, but viewed according to different dimension. However, it's still on the same thing. So with that, understand to say, if we were to look on its right hand side, that's when you're going to see to say, okay, it's actually a hexagon. Hexagon of thickness what? Of that thickness. We could not see the thickness of it up until we were given the front or the top. The thickness of what? Of 12 millimeter. So you can actually see that the 12 is not a dimension in what? In our front. It's being given in our top. So it takes somebody back to grade 10. How do you draw a hexagon? We've got two different types of a hexagon. What are the properties of a hexagon? All the sides must be equal and it's supposed to have 6 corners. Hex. So, and once you understand that, my guy, understand to say, where is it supposed to be drawn then? Remember, what did I say to you at the beginning of the lesson? I said we have to try by all means to get a shape that is like this way in our that's when I was even writing it in our front. So which means if I come and view my work on my left hand side, because this is what? This is in third. So in third, we do not talk, in third angle orthographic projection, we do not talk about the word left view, but there is what? There is right view. So where is our front? Is on your left hand position, which is front and right, isn't it? So which means when I come to view this object of mine that I'm drawing on my left hand side, I must see a shape of this one, which means I cannot draw this one facing this side. Supposed to face this side, facing this side, supposed to be facing this other side. Why? Because of it's given on my right view. I think I've tried to explain. Okay, so now let's do it. How? The first thing I have to draw the auxiliary hexagon, and it's a flat one. So we've got so many different of solving the problem of hexagon. You can draw whatever you prefer. So Mina, I normally do it like this. I'll just look at the hexagon to say, okay, they say draw a hexagon of 30 millimeter from here till here. So which means from here till here is 30, from here till is 30, 30, 30, isn't it? So I'll be like, okay, it's 30. I'll just open my drawing canvas to 30. Because at the end, I want to have a hexagon of what? Of 30 millimeter. This is 30 millimeter. This is it. Now, remember, I said I'm trying to align my auxiliary views, all of them here. But then you are not restricted to say, yeah, of course, they must be aligned. You can just draw them anywhere as long as the space is convenient for you. So this is diameter of radius 30. Why? Because I want to get a hexagon of what? Of 30, isn't it? So with that, where were you placing your drawing compass? All right here. So I'll just draw a horizontal center line. Then from there, I want what type of hexagon? A flat hexagon, isn't it? So I'll just place my drawing compass at this point to the center, just a little bit, and strike an arc here, strike an arc here. Then come to this one, strike an arc here, strike an arc here. So this is what I have. So I would like to emphasize a certain point here, which I've seen majority of my learners they are doing outside there. So you'll see a learner joining this point with that one, like this. Like this. So I'm talking about what I've been witnessing in class. So we don't do this. We don't do this. This is absolutely. And on which ground should I? What if I just decided to strike this arc a little bit longer? You understand? So you don't do like this. On top of the circumference, there is a point, my guy. On top of the circumference, if I'm saying the circumference, this diameter that you drew, isn't it? You strike an arc within the circumference. So there is the point, there is the point, there is the point. And not like this. So I'd like to emphasize on that point. I've seen majority of different learners, they will just commit such a kind of a silly mistake. So you don't do like this. You understand? You don't do like this. So if I'm saying join this point, this is the point that you have to join, which is supposed to be on top. You understand? On top of the what? The circumference. So from here to right there. Then now you join this one with the center where you're placing your drawing compass. In the side, in the side. In the side. How many cone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hex. That's hexagon. So let's see the set to draw a hexagon of what? Of 30. Let's see our hexagon. Is it 30? This is 30. You see, absolutely 30. So it's 100% 30 millimeter. The same. So this is 30. This one is 30. You can actually see it's 100% 30 millimeter. Not 31, not 29.5. Understand? It's exactly 30 millimeters. So that's how we go about it. But however, we've got different ways of drawing it. So you can prefer. How did I draw it? I just looked at the dimension to say, okay, they're saying draw hexagon of 30 millimeter. We know the properties of hexagon is 30, 30, 30. Then I just took my drawing compass and opened to that particular dimension and draw and treat that one as what? As a radius, isn't it? And draw a cycle. Then from there you place your drawing. Since you are looking for a flat hexagon, then I rely on the horizontal. Should they say draw across the flat hexagon? You know, when it's across the flat, it's like it's facing down, isn't it? So we would have rely on the vertical center line. Place your compass here, further till there, strike an arc, place it there. So you can just go to one of my videos where I'm explaining how to draw a flat and across the flat hexagon. Okay, so then once we are there, we've through our auxiliary. So what is going to be next? Remember, we did analyze to say how is it supposed to be drawn. So we are going to rely on the centers. On the centers. Which center, my brother? This one, my guy. So just extend this center. I'm enjoying this lesson now. I'll end up not finishing. Just have a horizontal, a center that at an angle of 30 degrees. Like this is still the same center, isn't it? It's still the same what? Center. So once I've gotten it like that, bring back your question. The set is of a thickness of what? Of 12 millimeter. So I'll go back with what? With the same 12, which they are talking about today. This is 10, 11, 12, which is right there. After I've gotten my 12, I'll just have a constructional line again. Fender. There it goes. Once I get it, from here till here is 12 millimeter. Then I'm gonna go vertically up. with my center. Everyone, let's go. Where are we now? Double check it, my brother. Who's telling you the clear picture, or to say what is, how can I put it? What is happening now is your right view. They're saying that hexagon of yours, it's relaxing on top of where your 75 is ending, my guy. So if I'm pointing this corner in my right view, where is this corner in my front view? It's actually that one. So if I want to point this corner in my front view, do you see that in my front view there is a thickness already there, but in my right view is still the what? The same corner. So the point that you are going to rely on now is, so it's which one? Is that one. So this point, my brother, is going to be this one. In other ways, I can come to my auxiliary and be like, okay, this is simple, straightforward. How? Come and get the exact point here. Is it this one? Isn't it? Even though we know that, okay, is what is is 30 from here till 30, which means from here till 15. But rely on your auxiliary. Don't say I didn't tell you. We don't want to draw something similar. We have to draw an accurate isometric. Okay, now place it at this point, further extend it to the center, which is 15. This is it. Right? Now, without disturbing the drawing compass, come and place it here. Then I can come and place it right here, and then I mark here, and I mark right there, which I know which is the same at 30. So now, without fear or favor, before I even forget, I'll quickly draw that one solid. So if in my auxiliary I am allowed to have a vertical constructional line that's gonna go like this, in my auxiliary. Do you understand me? Which means even in my drawing, I can have this up vertical, my brother, like this and like this. Airborne. Then from there, go back to your auxiliary views, which is your hexagon. Now, place your drawing compass here, further extend to the center, so that you get the what? The other point. Further extend to my center. There it goes. From there, without disturbing your drawing compass, come. Then I can place it here and mark my what? My center. And the other part of it, which is a little bit up. So get the exact point there, my brother. The exact point right there. So which means, without fear or favor, I can have this one solid now from here to right there. And have this one as a main center, like this. Everyone, which is which one? This center is that one in your auxiliary, which is this one in your auxiliary. Everyone, okay. Then from there, let's go. How? Bring back your drawing compass. Place it where? At your center. Further extend to this point, which is this one. Now, without disturbing your drawing compass, come. Place it right here. Then you mark here. And you mark right there. Everyone. So if we were to give this, what you call this one, this point, our name, let me say small letter A, B, C, D, E, F, which means I would have my A here, B here, C here, D here, E here, and F right there. So the naming is not that much necessary. Of course, you can name it. You are not going to get penalized, but we are just naming them for the better understanding. Okay, so A to B already solid. So B to C solid. C to D solid. D to E already there. E to F solid. A to F solid. You understand? So this is what we have already. But then when you take a closer look there, it has got a hole of diameter 36, isn't it? We are going to solve that one later. Let's quickly finish it up and get a clear picture understanding to say, okay, now I think I can see it. Oh, it's going to be like this. Oh, now I see. You understand? So now we are told that it has got a thickness, my brother. So how do you go about that one? I'll just pull the point A solid. Solid. Why? Because I already know what is ending right here. So I just pass a little bit. It's supposed to end here in general. So point F, faint for now. E, faint for now. Pull them back. So the center is supposed to exist as well. To say once it got here, it changed a direction. D, then C impossible, and B impossible. They're just talking about the back part of it. Okay, so the thickness is supposed to be the same, isn't it? The thickness of what? Of 12 millimeter, which is this one. If you don't record it right here, you can still go back to your scale ruler. You're still gonna get the same 12 millimeter. So now come and place it at F, and then I just mark. E, I mark. There is no need for me to mark at DY because I'll just put my set square and have this one solid from here to right there. Solid. You understand? So from there, I take my 30 millimeter ruler, I join this point with that one, this one with that one. There one. So now I can come back and I have this one solid from here to right there, from here to right there, from here to right there. You understand? So we are finishing it up. So without favor, I can have this one solid right there. We are going to see it solid clearly. Understand? So this one is not going to be solid. Remember, it's just a constructional line. Should you leave it? It's okay. Okay, I've solved this one. This one, we've solved the hexagon. However, inside there is a hole. So, okay, like as I was saying, I have to draw the octagon now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Octagon. All right, which means we'll still have to go back to draw the auxiliary octagon. Draw the auxiliary octagon. So I think it's going to fit way right here. Remember, like as I've said, that these auxiliaries, they are all necessary. They have to be drawn there. And however you draw them, you are not going to be restricted on that to say they must be inline like the way I drew these three. You can draw them wherever you like, as long as you have enough space for them. However, they are necessary. They must be they must be there, and you are going to be, your marker or your teacher is going to be expecting them. Don't draw them on a paper aside. You get what I'm trying to say? Don't draw this auxiliary on a separate paper. Then you submit your work like this to say, no, say I've drew everything. But he or she is going to ask you that, on which ground did you draw this? On which ground did you draw this? You drew them out. They need to see these auxiliaries. Okay. Now print back your 45. I'll just try to let it fit right there. So I will just have a horizontal construction line. Then, okay, let me go step by step. Octagon of what? What are the properties of an octagon? All the sides are equal and they must be what? 14 millimeter. So from here till 14, which means supposed to be 14, 14, 14, 14, 14, 14. You understand, isn't it? So from here, I'll just record the 14 millimeter. From here, this is it. This is 15. I'm looking for 14, which is this one. And that is the half of 14. 14 divided by 2. How much are you getting? 7, 5, 6, and 7, which is that one. You understand? Then from there, how do you draw a octagon? It's 45, isn't it? So just to have a constructional line that's like this, and that's like this. Just a constructional line that's like this. Okay. So from there, now I can just take my drawing compass, place it at this point, further extend it till right there, then just mark this side. You understand? Okay. So you mark this side and also mark the side, or you mark once like me, then so that you can come and have this one solid. Then have this one faint now. So which means already from here till here is the same as from here till there, isn't it? And have this one solid as well. Everyone. Then from there, I'm gonna go vertically up, faint, up, faint. So place my drawing compass here, till right there, and just mark 14 right there, and have a horizontal constructional line, solid. So from here to here, solid. From here to here, there, solid. Excuse me, my drawing set square seems to be very old now. It's giving me incorrect. I think I have to throw it out. It's about time. Okay, so now I can just have this center and have this constructional line up faint, and have this constructional line up faint, my brother. And how did I draw this one? I drew it like this, isn't it? So just flash it up there, and from here to right there. And how did you draw this one? Draw it like this, then you flash it up there, or you can just have a horizontal. You understand? So now just close here. From here to right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is an octagon. Okay. So after we've drew the octagon of 14 millimeter, now we can come and have this one. Double check it now. Double check it. Remember, standing like this. This is front, right, top, isn't it? So what we see in our front view is this one, isn't it? Double check it in your right, corresponding with what you see on your top. So this one is going to be that one. Very much important, especially in your right view. It's the one that is guiding you. The right view as well as your top view is the one that is guiding you to say, where is it supposed where are you supposed to start to draw it? You understand? So you can actually see that it seems to be a horizontal, a vertical line starting right from along your point as going down. So which means we have to rely on this line. On which one? On this line, which is this one, isn't it? But then remember, my guy, that we normally start to draw what we see up front. We have to start to draw what we see up front before you draw. You let it follow with the rest of what is behind. You understand? So with that, I'm simply trying to say, if you to such an extent, come and correlate what that 12 millimeter to say from here till it's of a thickness of 12 millimeter, and however they've even double gave you the dimension, even in your top view is still the what same 12 millimeter. So with that, I can simply come and get to the 12 millimeter now. This is 10, 11, 12. 10, 11, 12, not 13, go back. This is 12 millimeter. So I can just mark it 0. Once I get that, I can just have construction line faint like this. Okay, so now I've gotten, remember this is going to be its base. This is the base of it, which is which one in my front is that one. Are we together? And double check is in the middle of what? It's in the middle of that 75, the one that you started with. Yeah, you understand? So which means we will have to come back to extend this center. This center, extend it like this. So after I just touch here is fine, because I will have to go up now. Understand? So go up then, as much as you're saying you have to go up just a little bit as a center. So good people, remember how to draw a center line. I've seen majority of learners, they will know that no, I'm drawing a center line, but you see them just drawing a solid faint line. Then you tell them, no, they're supposed to draw a center line. Yes, I know it's a center line, but is it a center line? It's not. So that's how we draw a center line. So center line, guys, are necessary. They are very much important, and they let you understand to say what is happening. You understand? They give you a clear understanding to say this is the center. So from here, how many lines do I have towards my left? How many lines do I have towards my right? All right, you understand? So it's necessary to draw it as a center visibly like this. Okay, so now let's come back to get what the center, horizontal center of our octagon. So I can still do the same thing, use the divider now, place it right there, which is 7, isn't it? Then I am getting the 7 even right here. So from there, get the horizontal center line. So the center is very necessary, center, because it's the one that it will give us this dimension from here till here. How long is it? How long is it? Like this. Remember, already have this one. So we'll simply just place our drawing compass right here. Today I'm not teaching. I am not teaching. I'm just showing. Okay, place it here till right there. Then now, without disturbing your drawing compass, you come to your work now. Work. Place it right here. Then I mark. So where I just mark, I can simply have the center line. That's going to be like this. And a little bit extend this one. So from here till here, we've already gotten it, which means even up here is the same, isn't it? From here till here, it's the same as from here till here. It's the same, it's the same. So from here till here, from here to right there. You understand? So now I can just have a constructional line at an angle of 30 degrees, just a little bit like this. Then from there, I can now place my drawing compass right here, further extend it to my vertical center. This is it, without disturbing my drawing compass. Come. You place it right here, you just mark here, and you mark right there. So which means, where have I marked? Right here, and yeah. That is why I prefer to use a drawing compass rather than a divider. This is it. Then I draw it dark. So since right from our auxiliary you can see that it's saving a constructional line going up, going up. So which means even right here, I can have it constructional line going up and up, so that I can just have this one solid. My brother, what? Just like this, my brother. Then from there, bring back your auxiliary, place it at center to this point. So which means this one from here to right here and to right there, so that I can just now have a vertical constructional line finish, constructional line finish. Then now it's still the same 7mm, isn't it? This is it. Now come and place it here. Just mark here and mark right there. So I can just close it solid here. Solid. Here we go again. Solid here. And have this one faint. Have this one faint. So that I can just have this one dark now. From here till here. Okay, I know the pencil lit that I'm now using. I know why is it keep on breaking. So from here till here, 14mm from here till here, 7 is the one that we draw it dark. From here till here, 14 from here till here, 7 is the one that we drew it dark. From here till here, 14 7 from here till here, 7 from here till here, 14 from here till here, 7 from here till here, 7 from here till here, 14. You understand? So now I can just have this one solid now from here till there using my 30mm ruler. You understand? And this one using my 30mm ruler. From here till here using my 30mm ruler. From here till here using my 30mm ruler. I'm having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 octagon. Then from there you simply pull them back. I'm gonna pull this point, this one impossible. So also pull your center so that it's clear enough to say, okay, the center was also having a 10 here. I'll pull this one. Pull this one, pull the center, then pull this one. These ones, they seem to be impossible. So what is the thickness? You do have the thickness just right next to you. You can just record it right here. Then you come, you mark here. You also mark here. Then take a 30mm ruler. You join this one with that, and this one passing your center till at that one. So you can come back to have this one dark now. You see? Oh, you can just have this one solid and solid and solid, solid and solid. Then we are done with the octagon. We are done with the octagon, which is what we see there by our front view, which is this one. So who taught us that this? Do you see that on your front view, it seems to be just right in front, as such that you could have drew it here? Who's telling us that is little bit back is the top view corresponding it with your what? With your right view. So it's the one that is guiding you to say, okay, this octagon is little bit back. It's supposed to be drawn a little bit back, at the back actually, not up front here. But when we are looking at just with one look there by your front, you can be convinced to say it's supposed to be through here. So be careful of that. Okay, so now without fear of favor, I can have this one solid from here to right there. Simple, né? And this one, my brother, we are going to see just a little bit there, even right here, my brother, just a little bit, just a little. Come on. Hey, man, are we done? Who can you tell me, are we done? No, we are practicing everything today, all the shape. There is a shape that we didn't draw, which is what? Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is what? Who can you tell me? TikTokers, 5 is what? 5 is the... Who can tell me? TikTokers. 5 is what? 5 corners. 6 corners hex, isn't it? 8 corners we just drew opt. 5 is what? How can you tell me? How can you tell me? Is pentagon. So we have to draw a what? A pentagon now. Okay, so we have to draw a pentagon. It is very much important for us to draw an auxiliary pentagon. So we'll firstly draw this pentagon the way we see it. It's actually like this. It's better when you analyze it like this. So let's do it faster. So draw the pentagon, like as I've said, there's so many ways of drawing these shapes, whatever way you might prefer. So I'll just start with the what? With the horizontal line. So the pentagon, in fact, all the properties of a pentagon is. Thank you so much, my guy. You just say no. That one is a hexagon. Hexagon. Is it a hexagon or a pentagon? A hexagon. 5 corners is what? So the properties is that all the sides are what? Are equal. So we are told to say from here till here is 26. So from here till here is supposed to be 26, 26, 26, 20. It's a pentagon. Pentagon, isn't it? So how do you make it is equal to the same, or they must be having 5 corners of the length 26, isn't it? 26. So if I'm saying 26 divided by 2, I'm getting 13, isn't it? I'm getting 13. So I'll just rely on this vertical center line, like as I've said earlier, that it is not necessary that these auxiliaries, they must be in the same line. Excuse me for that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, 26 divided by 2 is 13, isn't it? So I'll just rely on this vertical center line. So 13, this is 12, 13. So I'll just mark it 0 and mark it what? At 26, 25, 26, which is right here. 25, 26, which is right here. So I'll just draw it dark. Then I'll decide to say this is A. This is A, this is B, right? This is A, this is B. And then I'll then just project a point B vertically up, faint actually. And from there, take my drawing compass, place it at point B to A. Then just strike an arc, faint. That's going to be like this. You understand? Just an arc that's going to be like this. Let me name this point M, the midpoint point of point A and B. So that point is going to be point P. So how did I got point P? I place my drawing compass at B to A, then I strike an arc like this. The moment it touches the vertical line of my B, it gives me my point what? Point P. So now I'll take my drawing compass, place it at point M to P. M to P. Then I strike an arc that's going to go like this. So I can also indicate by an arrow that, okay, this one, it was going this direction. This is going to be my point Q. How did I got point Q? I place my drawing compass at point M, which is the center of AB, isn't it? M to P. There it goes. So now place my drawing compass at A to Q. A to Q. Then there it goes. Strike an arc going anti-clockwise now, like this. Then I can indicate by an arrow to say this one was now going anti-clockwise. So the moment it crosses over the arc of B to A, there it goes. It's giving me my point what? Point C. Point C. There's your point C. Now join point B with your point C. There it goes. Now it further went up. The moment it touched your vertical center line of your point M, that's going to be your point A, B, C, and what? And D. So join point C with D. You see, I am not jumping any steps here. I am trying to accommodate every single thing. Okay, so now take your drawing compass, place it at point B, further extend it to point D. This is it. This is it. Now strike an arc that's gonna go both sides actually. So I can indicate by an arrow to say this arc was going in both directions. So along this arc I must be getting point E, which is my last point. So the point E is supposed to be the true reflectional arc of arc BA. BA. If I'm saying BA, I'm saying you place it at B further extend to A. This is the arc of BA. So now place it at A to B so that you bisect this one. And the point C must be in the same line with point E. How? Like A to B. So there it goes. So where it bisects this arc of of BD is giving me my what? My point E. So now I can join point D with E. E back to D. Then we've gotten your pentagon. You see? So all the sides are equal now. You can prove that the set is how much? Is 26. 26. Prove it like this. This is 26. A to B, then B to C, C to D, C to D, D to E, E back to A. So now you have to rely on what? You have to get the center of it. You see the time you place your drawing compass at B to A, you strike an arc like this, and A to B, you strike an arc. Where these two arcs, they are crossing each other like this. That point very much important. This one, very much important. So it's the one that I can simply put my horizontal what? Center. Horizontal center like this. As you can see, double check right from the given. Do you see that this center is actually a little bit below of your point E and C, because our A, B, C, D, and E, you can actually see that it's not at exact, which is this. Everyone. So now once you draw, you get your auxiliary correct like this. Now you take the dimension, then you put them right here. And double check, where is it supposed to be? It's supposed to be on top here. on top here. So how are we gonna go about it? We are told that from here till here is 15. That's where your auxiliary is supposed to start. And they even double gave us dimension. Double correspond that with what? With what you see on your top, which is from here till right there, isn't it? So which means the 15, we already have it. We already have the 15, which is that one. So I can just simply have this one as a horizontal constitutional line faint. So which means my auxiliary pentagon supposed to start from here going this direction. How? We already have it. This center already have it, which is this one. So I can just simply say 13, 13, which is what we have done. We've already dealt with it right from our auxiliary, isn't it? Now go back to auxiliary. Place a drawing compass from A to M. A to M. This is it. Now, without disturbing your drawing compass, come. You know that the distance of A to M is the same as M to B, isn't it? So I'll just place it here and mark here and mark there. So that now I can just have this one solid from here to right there. So the A is here, the B is right here, isn't it? So from there, we've already gotten what? This one, this center of it. Let me also prove how accurate am I. Do you see that in my work, I'm already having the center, isn't it? I'm already having the center. And I want to check my accuracy to say from here till here. Is it the same as from here till here? So what I know is that I have to just place it here to my auxiliary, isn't it? Supposed to be the same. This is it. Now come. Place it here till right, just a little bit. And should you experience such kind of, let me double check it from here till here. From here till here, which is from here till here. So should I experience such kind of, I will have to rely on what I see on the auxiliary. So which means I can just, because this is too much for me, I cannot correlate this. Assuming it was too little bit, I would have correlated. But if it's too much like this, I have to stick on the center of the auxiliary. So on the center of the auxiliary, you understand? So I can just rely on the one of auxiliary, not the one of drawing. So the one of auxiliary just a little bit up there. So it's this one. And since it's like that, I'll just have a horizontal constructional line that is a little bit up like this. Then from there, I go up again to my auxiliary. Then now I place it to the center. And get this one. There it goes, which means I'll come and place it here and mark there. That's going to be my point D, giving me a point D there. So now, after I've gotten ABD, which is in my auxiliary SWAT, ABD in my auxiliary is what? Is ABD. So I know that is the C and E that are in the same line, isn't it? The C and E that are in the same line. So to get that, I'll just come and have a horizontal construction line like this. And then get this D to this point that I just got now. Since I'm having the D, this is it, isn't it? Then after that, I come to my work. Now, I set the D, which is that one. And now I'm going to have the horizontal constructional line, which is going to be just faint like this. Then from there, I can now just come to my auxiliary, place it at this point, further extended to C or E. Supposed to be the same. This is it. Now come to my work. I place it right here. Then I mark here. Then I also mark right here. So which means is the C and that's how you get it. So the A, B, C, D, E, isn't it? So remember, we still have to show the thicknesses, but now very much important what you can do now is to get let's finish faster. We took long. Now the diameter 36. So we've been taught right from grade 10 how do you draw a what you call a diameter, an isometric diameter holes. So if you say 36 divided by 2, we are getting what? 18, isn't it? So simply open your drawing compass to 18 millimeter. 18. This is 18 millimeter. Then now I come and place it here at my center. Then I just mark here. I just mark here. I just mark here. I just mark here. So I'm creating the box. I'm creating a box so I can have a constructional line that's going to be like this. Another one is going to be like this. Another one going to be like this. Another one going to be like this. So you have to be careful of your points. In this case, you have to be careful of your points, even here, just a little bit, which is this one. So I'm having corner 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now I'm gonna join the two longest opposite corner, which is this one and that one. So there it goes. Just join the two longest opposite corner. So now I'm gonna join center to corner to center. So you have to be careful because now there is a lot happening there. So it's the center point to corner. So there it goes. So the moment it crosses my longest line, it's the point that I have to rely on. So corner to center. So there it goes. So these two lines, they must be parallel to each other. I'm trying to be fast now. Let's finish it faster. So now, place my drawing compass here till at this point. This is it. Now I'll draw this one from here to right there. Then this side, place it here till there. Then I draw this one dark like this. Then now to close this side, place it at this corner. Further extend to this one. Then that goes. So this side goes. This is it. You understand? So it's supposed to have a thickness. So let's quickly start showing the thickness right from this point. So the thickness, it will be going this direction, isn't it? So where we're placing the drawing compass, the time through this corner, you're placing it right here. Right there, isn't it? So now I'll come and take the thickness. The thickness is which one? Is this one from here till right there. So I was placing it here till right there. So which means I must be placing my drawing compass right there. So now right there, I'll come and record to say, okay, I was placing my drawing compass here till the time I drew this one. Now I'll go a little bit back and have this one dark like this. So we've already shown the thickness of it inside there. You understand? So are we having anything on our of our octagon? No. But then on our pentagon, of course, we are still going to show the thickness, because you can see that the set is going inside with the same thickness of 12 millimeter. So which means the point that are going to be exposed there is point D going vertically down, and point C going vertically down, as far as I'm concerned. You understand? So the thickness is what? Is 12 millimeter. So the 12 millimeter, which is this one, remember, you have it right here. If you don't have it or you're not sure of, you can still use the ruler. Understand? So the 12 from C, this is it, going down. The 12 from D, this is it, going down. So now I can just join them like this. I can just join them like this and have this one dark, then from here to right there to right there. You understand? So now this one, it should be just a little bit like this. Now I'm recording. I hold this one steady, just flash this one a little bit down. Just a little bit down, so that I can have this one solid. Yeah. And in this side, I'm come and record with this one. Okay, supposed to stand like this. Now I hold this one, now I push this one, flash this one down, then just tap like this. Then we've already shown the thickness of it. So we'll do the same thing on this one down here. So which one that's going to show? So this one seems to be on top of the line, just a little bit like this. This one you're not gonna see it. Okay, so to show this one, it's going to be something of this nature. I come and record with that. Then now just a constructional line like this for now. Then did you see how did I got it? Let me repeat. I just recorded the accuracy of it, then and then I flash it, which means I'm trying to draw a line that is perpendicular against this one. This angle is 90 degrees. So I drew a perpendicular line, then like this, then like this. So after that, I've gotten the perpendicular line. Now I'll come and record the thickness, because it's still the same thickness. So this is the thickness. After I've gotten the thickness, I can now have this line back now. From here to right here, solid. From here to right here, solid. So I've already shown the thickness of it. There is the thickness. Then how about on this one? On this one, simply pull point A back. Point A just a little bit back. And that is the thickness. You can come and have the thickness here, still the same, isn't it? This is it. Then now come and just place here and mark here. So which means I can have this one solid and have this one solid. You understand? So now to get this one, just come and pull back the point C just a little bit, my brother, and pull it back with the same thickness, which is this one. Then from there, now I'll join this point with that one, which is this one with that one, just dark like this. So this is it. Then you are done. you are done. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. That was Mr. Ngosi for Engineering Graphics and Design Grade 11. Engineering Graphics and Design Grade 11. So I'm sorry, my brother, for taking long, but I've tried my best. So should maybe I've left something behind, you can just let me know down there in the comment. Please don't forget to subscribe on the channel for more videos to be uploaded. Okay, bye. Thank you. See you on the next video. Okay.